Well, hey guys, you want to take care of your mowing equipment and save some money all at the same time? Well, come on, I'll show you how. Well guys, Jeff here with Project Next, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to touch base with you guys on extending the life of your mowing equipment. For me, it's my Z950 zero turn. I keep about 6 acres mowed on a regular basis, so I put lots of hours on mine. Now I have already done a spring servicing, which I did oil change, filter, spark plugs, air filter, new blades, and just did a full service and greasing. But for me, instead of waiting until next year because of the amount of hours I put on, here I am into like beyond halfway into the season, so I'm going to do another oil change and filter. Anyway, it's not expensive, it's not hard to do, so come along and I will walk you guys through step by step. Okay guys, the first thing you want to do is crank up your lawnmower and get a little heat in the engine. What that does is agitates the oil up, and any residues that is hanging on the metal of the inside of the motor, the hot oil will pull that off, get it suspended in the oil, so that will help aid you in getting all of the old residue out from inside your engine. The other thing it does is it thins the oil a little bit, so it makes it drain better. Now if you'll look down here on the Z950, they kind of did a really nice job in the way they do. A lot of mowers, the oil spout comes out onto the metal and it drips down everywhere, but John Deere kind of did their homework, and there's a drain hole here. So this right here actually takes a 10 millimeter, and pardon the camera Josh in here, and you just loosen this up like so, and pull this out, and you can see once you get it loosened to a certain point, the oil starts draining. And so we'll just let that do its thing, and while that's going on, we will do a couple other jobs that we need to do. Okay guys, so we can kind of multitask here. While the oil is being drained, I want to go ahead and take care of the greasing and lubrication of the system, especially around the mowing deck where there's lots of moving parts. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab the grease gun, and we will grease the fittings for the spindles that the blades rotate on. You can get to 2 of them easily. Let me move the camera and I'll show you. 2 of these are very easy to access, which is one here. There's a grease fitting here. There's also a grease fitting here, but there's one underneath here. This one lifts up real easy out of the way. I know on some decks they're secured by a bolt, but mine, it just sets in place. You just lift this out of the way. And we grab the grease gun and we go ahead and shoot some grease down in here. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do the front ear. And one more over here. The wheels do not have any, and I'm not aware of any other grease points on this system. Now there is one more thing that I like to do, and that is this system has a floating deck, and I like to go ahead. I'm always constantly, when I'm on mowing, I'm always adjusting my height, varying it a little bit. So I like to lubricate all of this, which makes that work nice and free. And I also like to shoot all in these areas. This is where you push it with your foot to raise it up and down. And just want to keep all of this working good. Alrighty. And then if you want to, you can also put a little back in for the arms for your controls, and then also the brake. All right. Okay guys, for me it was real simple and easy. I just went down to the John Deere dealership and went to the parts center and told them exactly what I have. They were able to look it up, and they were able to get me the correct oil filter for my unit, as well as the recommended oil to change. This was all very expensive. It was right around 20 bucks. My unit takes 2 quarts of oil plus the filter, and it's really not that expensive when you're talking about maintaining the longevity of your lawnmower. So definitely worth the investment and worth the time to keep the maintenance up on your equipment. Okay guys, this is the recommended oil filter for this one. And again, I picked this up at the John Deere dealership, and just confirming it is the exact same to what came off. And the old trick about making sure your gasket goes on nice and easy is to just put a thin coat of oil right on the rubber gasket. Again, pardon me with moving around the camera here. I'm trying to film and do this at the same time. Okay, and obviously show you guys, you can see how dirty the oil was. And this is, you know, quite a few hours. I don't know exactly, I haven't kept up with the number, but this is running at my unit 4 or 5 hours a week, pretty much every day, at least one day out of the week. So definitely my unit gets a lot of use. So it is well worth for me to do a couple of changes, or 2 changes, 2 servicings a year. Now these you only need to do hand tight on, and that takes care of that. And then we will tighten up the drain plug, and we will be ready to put some oil back in this bad boy and fire it back up. Okay, and let's do a snug here. Okay guys, to get access to fill your oil, you just pull this lever on your seat. The seat tilts forward. It gives you full access to the service bay here in the back, and the oil fill is over on this side. And let me set this in place. And you can hand pour it if you like, or free pour it rather, but I like using a funnel because I'm not that steady of a hand. So here we go with quart number 1. Okay guys, after we do an oil fill, we need to do a quick run, let the oil work into the motor and fill the oil filter, and then do a final check. So I'll do that now. All right, and we're still a little bit low. So as I thought, this does take 2 full quarts, so we will finish emptying that out. So guys, that's it for doing an oil change. It's very fast, very simple, very straightforward. I would highly recommend look at your owner's manual. There will be a schedule in that manual in the maintenance upkeep section that'll tell you how often, in other words, every how many hours, like every 100 hours, every 50 hours, whatever, you should do your oil changes. On most equipment now, they have a Hobbs meter that tells you how much time is on the mower, and so you can just keep up with it and keep up with the schedule. Definitely makes a difference long term in the well-being of your equipment and making it last a long time. These things are very expensive, so you definitely don't want it to fail premature. So anyway, again, we greased, lubricated, changed the oil and filter, and I'm in good shape now for at least another 100 hours or so we're ready to get back at it. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Please be sure and like and subscribe and share with all your friends. And remember, here at Project Next, there's always one more. So guys, we'll be getting back with you again real soon. Stay tuned. I'll do a video here very shortly on doing the hydrostat, changing the fluid in the hydrostatic drive. That's a whole nother project, and we'll do that on another video here real soon. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.